everybody, welcome back to Tapping Into You with TAPNGRL. So good to have you back again. I'm going to tell you that today we're going to be talking about pain. As promised, we got a topic a month, and this month it's going to be pain. I'm here again with my friend Lisa, and we're going to have her tell you what she does, and she's actually going to be running part of the show today. And I would also like to let you know, first and foremost, that I am not a medical doctor, and I have not been trained in psychology. So if you're under a doctor's care, the tapping that we do can actually be used in conjunction with the care that you're under. It does not replace, it is not meant to diagnose, and if you tap along with us, you need to take responsibility for your own emotional well-being. Having said that, I would like to thank the sponsors that allow this show to be possible for you to see, and that is Logan Street Signs and Banners. They specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200. Their website is www.loganstreetsigns.com, and also Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. They provide you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions, which we're going to get you tapping about, so you don't have to have it last minute. You can get to them earlier. How's that? Contact them at 317-773-7391, or check them out at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Like I said, I'm Colette, TAPNGRL, your host, and this is Lisa.
Hi.
And I want to tell you about some things that have been going on with me lately. We're going to talk about my favorite subject, me. Things have been really heating up and getting busy. Those of you who live around Fishers or in Indiana, and some folks even come from a little further north and south of Indianapolis, to come see me in Fishers on Tuesday night. I have a tapping group that I do the first Tuesday of the month that's girls only. So if you're interested in that, find me on Facebook or call my 717-TAPNGRL and get that info. Also on Tuesdays at a facility, which again is at about 116th and 69, there is a business, a lady that I've kind of partnered up with to do my tapping class there, and that is on Tuesdays at 1 at Practical Hypnosis, or also known as Associated Healing Arts. And on 1 o'clock on Tuesdays, we're doing a tapping class there. It's a very minimal fee. Again, go to my Facebook page and we'll tell you all of that stuff. There's also one other class that we're going to be doing, and that is the May the 19th of this month. I'm going to be teaching a Law of Attraction class, so I'm really excited about that, because Law of Attraction and tapping are, as I call them, the dynamic duo. So, having said that, and like I said, you can find me at 717-TAPNGRL, TAPNGRL. You can find me on Facebook at TAPNGRL, Tapping Into You. You can go to tapngrl.com. So there's all kinds of ways to find me. Now, let's have Lisa tell you real briefly what it is that she does and how you can find her.
Thanks, Colette.
Sure.
That's exciting, all the stuff going on. I am a Reiki master, and I am also a distributor for Young Living Essential Oils. So you could reach me you can send me an email at lstacyak45@gmail.com, or I also have another one, Reiki Lisa 16@gmail.com. My cell phone, you can text me, 317-750-2445. And I would love to hear from you. Any questions, happy to answer.
Comments, concerns, any of that. Let us know any of that. I do have a dream of someday having people on the show that want to work on an issue so that we can show how to navigate it in the 30 minutes that we're doing. Now, today in talking about pain, we are definitely bringing the essential oils into this. Lisa's done some prep work and gotten some good info for us so that we can see how to incorporate those two things together. I want to say that before the show started, we were talking about memories, and what's really cool is that part of what the essential oils do is in bringing up memory. Now with tapping, we are actually bringing up negative emotional memory, negative emotional experiences, and that's what we're tapping out of the energy body. I'm not going to go through all what tapping is again, because I do have on my website Intro to Tapping, and it's so easy to find out anything about tapping. You look up EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, or tapping, you'll find all kinds of great stuff. So let's talk about pain, and how do I tap for pain? What I am allowed to say when we talk about tapping and pain is that we are dealing with the symptoms. We are aiming the tapping at the symptoms that are behind what's going on, that are creating
causing the pain.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't treat or diagnose that, but what we can do is look at some of the emotional aspects of what is going on with the pain. So a lot of times a really good place to start is just with what's going on, even though I have this pain in my leg, even though I have this pain in my back. So let's pick a target of hip pain. Let's just say that, okay? And we're going to show you real quickly. I'm going to say the tapping points out loud in case you're on the radio and you're listening to this, so that you can follow along. So we would go to that space there where you tap and it's kind of fleshy, and we say, even though I have this pain in my left hip,
even though I have this pain in my left hip,
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I have this pain in my left hip,
and even though I have this pain in my left hip,
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I have this left hip pain,
even though I have this left hip pain,
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Okay, next we go to the tapping points on the face and body, okay? Now I didn't say this because a lot of you know I don't always remember to rate. Okay, but you can rate it 0 to 10,
right?
Okay, and we do that so you can see it come down. But usually I'm starting in with somebody who's in a pretty intense pain, and we don't need to rate.
Don't need to, yeah.
Right. So the first spot is the eyebrow. It's right where the eyebrow starts, top of the bridge of the nose, either side, doesn't matter. We just tap there with a few fingers, and we'd say, this pain in my left hip.
This pain in my left hip.
Then we would go to the side of the eye. Feel that? You're tapping about 7 or 8 times, tapping lightly, and you say, this left hip pain that I have.
This left hip pain that I have.
Under the eye, you feel that orbital bone right under there. This left hip pain that I have.
This left hip pain that I have.
Then you go under the nose again, 7 or 8 times, just tapping lightly. This pain in my left hip.
This pain in my left hip.
Go to the chin. Some people call it under the mouth. It's that dent right there below the lip. This pain in my left hip.
This pain in my left hip.
Collarbone, where a man ties his tie. Just tap there lightly. All this pain in my left hip.
All this pain in my left hip.
Under the arm, we do it this way, or we can do it like monkeys, and we can say, this left hip pain that I have.
This left hip pain that I have.
Top of the head. This left hip pain that I have.
This left hip pain that I have.
We take a nice breath. That's what one round looks like. Now, very interesting that I picked this left hip pain because it's what I have. And after about the 4th spot, it went away.
Huh.
Okay? Now, that's not an uncommon occurrence. It can come back. It just means we got more digging to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break from our sponsor. And I want to say this before we go. If there's anybody out there that would like to sponsor the show, get in touch with me, and then we can advertise your business in between the breaks. So we're going to take a break. Keep tapping while we're gone. When we come back, we're going to talk about pain some more and how to navigate pain with the tapping. See you in a couple minutes.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
here we are, tapping on pain. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, because a lot of people have these same questions and concerns, how can tapping on my body help me manage my pain? Okay? I don't believe it can do this. So that's a really great place to start with the tapping. So what you would do is, those of you that are watching, and remember, you can come back and watch this over and over again and do this tapping along with us and get benefits because of borrowing benefits. Rate on a scale of 0 to 10. I don't believe that this tapping can help me with my pain.
I think a lot of people might be at 10.
Yeah, a lot of people might be at, I would say 8 to 10 range.
Yeah.
So we just, and I always say, we just start where you are and you follow it right through. So what you would do is go back to the karate chop, take a nice breath. I really do that so that I remember to breathe.
Very good.
Okay, and you would say, even though I don't believe this tapping thing can help my pain,
Even though I don't believe this tapping thing can help my pain,
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I don't know that I believe this tapping thing can help with my pain,
Even though I don't know that I believe that this tapping
Good.
will help with my pain,
I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
And even though I really don't believe
I really don't believe
that tapping can help me with this pain I've had for so long.
tapping can help me with this pain that I've had for so long,
And I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway,
Whether it works or doesn't.
whether it works or doesn't.
There you go. I got
Yep.
it all in there for you. Okay,
Thank
go to
you.
the eyebrow. I don't believe this is going to work.
I don't believe this is going to work.
Side of the eye. I'm not sure I really am buying into this.
I'm not sure I'm really buying into this.
Under the eye. I just don't believe this is going to work.
I just don't believe this is going to work.
Under the nose. Seeing is believing.
Seeing is believing.
Chin. Ooh, you better watch out because that's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
There we go. I don't believe this is going to work.
I don't believe this is going to work.
How's this really, go to the collarbone. How's this really going to help my pain?
How's this really going to help my pain?
Under the arm. I've had this pain for a really long time.
I've had this pain for a really long time.
Top of the head, and I'm just not sure it's going to work.
I'm just not sure it's going to work.
Now take a breath. And what you're really rating there is, did the belief, the misbelief, the disbelief come down? Because remember, that's what we were tapping on. And you might go, so let's go back to the eyebrow, okay? And we'll just talk about it for a minute. What if it does work?
What if it does work?
Side of the eye. Really, what have I got to lose?
Really, what have I got to lose?
Under the eye. A few friends might think I'm crazy.
A few friends might think I'm crazy.
Under the nose. But isn't it worth it if I stop having so much pain?
But isn't it worth it if I stop having so much pain?
Chin, what if this tapping thing works?
What if this tapping thing works?
Collarbone. What if it could work?
What if it could work?
Under the arm. What if I felt like I could manage or eliminate this pain?
What if I felt like I could manage or eliminate this pain?
Top of the head. That would feel a lot better.
That really would feel a lot better.
Take another breath. Now the tapping is so simple to use and easy to learn that you just go from point to point and you can talk about the believability, the not believability. Okay, so we already kind of tapped a little bit on even though I have this pain. I'm going to tell you a few ways that you can navigate this, and we may get into that more when we get into the oils here. Just talking about your pain. Is it an ache? Is it a stab? Is it a dull throb? Is it always there? Is it only there when a certain person shows up? Okay, you might want to do without that person.
I think there's a change.
There's a change. Usually what happens when I'm doing session with people is that we get to a story. Let's just call it a story. A life experience that usually was a pretty negative thing. That is the emotional driver behind that pain. What pain lets us know is that there's something going on that we're not lined up with, that we are feeling bad. Pain is a way of getting our attention, okay? Because it might start out as a little pain, then it gets bigger, bigger, bigger. It started in my hip, now it's in my back, now it goes down my leg, now it's the sciatic nerve. Whatever it is, that pain's always letting us know that something's not right. The earlier you address it, with tapping or some other kind of modality, usually the quicker you can eliminate those pain symptoms. So, you could give it color. I ask people all the time, if that pain had a color, what would it be? And when they tell me red, I know there's anger involved. Okay? Anger
Very
usually
good.
tells me something unfair happened. Underneath that unfairness is usually sadness. Okay? So you just follow the emotion. Two things that Gary Craig said, the developer of EFT, and I like to remind people of this all the time. Try it on everything and be persistent. So I tell people all the time, if you just tap a few minutes a day on that pain, you know, you might get in touch with when did it start, what was it going on, did it happen after your divorce?
So as you're tapping, things do pop up, like they've done with me in this show.
Yes.
Things pop up,
Yes.
and then you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yes, in fact, you know that you've
Yes.
done that where she
Yeah.
goes into a real memory and I don't know it. I'm over here having a good time and I look at her and go, oh, whoops, she just went into a real
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
So, yes, the whole point is to bring up emotional memory. So maybe you could tell us at this point, because we have a little bit of this segment in the next one, how can essential oils help with the tapping?
Well, I'll tell you, the essential oils, we talked earlier about memories.
Yes.
Which is a good thing. Hopefully they're good memories. Most often with the aromatherapy it is. But essential oils, really studies have been done that show there's a lot of chemicals, biochemicals in the oils that actually show they have like anesthetic properties, anti-inflammatory, analgesic, and
Those sounds like the same words you use with Advil and Tylenol.
exactly, because you know
Okay.
what, and we'll talk later. There's a couple of them, I think one that I brought, that have a certain chemical in response, or also as another medicine has.
Okay.
And one chemical in an oil is also found in another medicine, pain
Okay.
medicine. So
Okay.
it's amazing what you find out with this,
Okay.
with the oils.
Do you find that when people like open a bottle and take a big sniff that they automatically will say, oh, that reminds me of...
Yeah, and not so much with the pain medicine, the pain oils that we've got, that I got with me, but like if I have lavender, oh my gosh, that was my grandma's perfume.
Yeah.
And I love my grandma, and I had such good memories. So those kind of things do happen with the oils. Lavender actually can help with pain because it's soothing.
You mean just to have it on me?
Just to have it
Just
on
to
you.
smell it.
Yeah, just to smell it. And actually it's kind of funny because peppermint, which is my favorite, is also great for headaches.
Yes.
And it's cooling for anybody that has any hot flashes.
Yeah, well, I'm hot now.
And you know, all kinds of things. So I mean, there's a lot of good uses that the oils can provide.
So
with tapping.
do you put them on and then tap the memory that comes up, or how do you
Well,
do that?
what I do is I would put them. You can put them on your fingertips just as we're tapping,
Uh-huh.
you know, and use it throughout the process of tapping. Or another way is applying them to the soles of your feet. You apply the oils like in a carrier oil, like grapeseed oil or coconut oil, and you put them on your feet because that's a way.
And
the
you
oils
call it a
get through.
carrier, don't you? Because you only use a very tiny amount of the essential.
Right.
And the other is something
Is
you can
much
use in
bigger.
mass.
Right. Because what you're kind of looking at is like one drop of an oil, which is really small, to like a teaspoon or a tablespoon. I think it's a teaspoon of a carrier oil.
Okay.
So you can have, you know, several ounces of the oil and then just a couple of drops of the oil, the essential oil.
Yeah. Okay.
So more of the carrier oil, less of the essential oil, because
Okay.
they're very strong.
Okay.
And I've had some personal reactions if I've not put the oil with a carrier oil.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be doing
Yeah,
that.
you
You have
gotta
to be
be
really
careful.
careful about that.
Yeah, some of them can burn. I mean, even
And
some,
they're even saying now that a lot of people, because they have so many essential oils in the home, you have to watch that with children.
Yes.
Because it's dangerous in that concentration. So
Exactly.
what we're going to do is we're going to
Yeah.
go to a break again from our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to do maybe a little tapping with the oil.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Sounds good.
See you in a couple minutes.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
There's a shock. The more intense anything is, the more I like it. The more intense the color, the more intense the smell for an intense person. Okay, so let's, she pulled out wintergreen. Okay, because I said, what's a good one to use? I like the smell of wintergreen because to me that is more intense than peppermint. We smelled clove, and for me, I'm not a clove girl. It obviously brought up a negative memory, to which I said I probably got the bejabbers smacked out of me before a ham was baking in the oven, and then I connected that memory. So I'm not a clove person, even though she said that's really good for pain relief.
Can I say something about clove real quick?
No. I don't even want to talk about clove anymore. No, just kidding.
It was really interesting because in my research, and I didn't realize it, but once I started smelling it, it's used a lot in dental and teeth.
Yeah, maybe that's the
that might be
connection.
it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, she just spun me into a memory of going to the dentist when I was little.
That's probably it.
See, I love tapping and smell. See, when
It
you
all
get to
goes.
that memory, that emotion, that driver, and you knock that out, I mean, just in the awareness of it, I can feel the freeing up.
Oh, good.
Yeah, let me smell
it. Yeah. So,
I'm going to be slathering clove all
and this is the one, actually, you guys, that relieves pain, and it's a similar chemical to Celebrex.
Oh.
Which I thought was really interesting to realize. I didn't realize.
Now, when you say a similar chemical, you mean similar chemical combination?
Combination biochemical in the clove. And that's why it's in the teeth and the gum kind of field, the numbing and
like
stuff.
an anesthetic?
Anesthetic kind of thing. And as we talk about this, again, you talk about not being a physician or a psychologist, psychiatrist. Talk to your doctor before you use any of these things. Don't, discard your pain medicine just because you're going to do oils.
Right.
Talk to your doctor
It's almost
about
always
it.
something you can use in conjunction with, but yes, always talk to your healthcare provider.
Right. So I thought that was just amazing. And when I got the smell of this, I'm like, that's right. Dentist office. Clove.
Yeah. Or could let me ask you this. Is this stuff a naturopath knows about?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
you could talk to your naturopath about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Holistic
Awesome.
healing.
Awesome.
It's perfect.
Okay, so let's say in doing the tapping, would you rub that on your fingers or your?
You can, what?
Or just have it sitting there.
Well, you know what? You could probably take a whiff of it. Some people, they'll use a little bit of carrier oil, put it in their put the oil in the carrier oil on their palm.
Okay.
Rub it together. Take a whiff of it,
Okay.
and then you can do your tapping.
Okay.
You can put it on a couple of 2 fingers, but of course, use a carrier oil before you do that.
Okay. And I want to say that if in doing that and the smelling of it and all that, you get a negative hit like I just went through, a negative memory, okay, just start tapping. Stay in that memory. Don't worry about the setup. Don't worry about doing traditional EFT tapping. Just start tapping and follow that memory that comes up.
As it comes up.
Yeah, because I'm telling you what, right now in my head, I am seeing the street the dentist's office was on and everything.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a bright sunny day. I'm remembering the fear that I had going in there. I mean, because there were so many of us as kids. I walked myself to a dentist as like a 3rd grader. Who does that?
I know. I know.
Now that was not the abuse that we went through. That's just there were so many of us. We were raised to be independent,
right?
And my mom and dad were really good about that. We're pretty independent thinkers and people and all that. So anyway,
yeah.
So let's get a tapping setup phrase. about pain.
Do we want to continue with the wintergreen? I think that's going to
Yeah.
be safer. I didn't bring
Yes,
an oil for
and
you.
let's continue with the left hip.
Okay. Do you want to, I'll just put a couple on your palm here.
And you're saying I can do this.
Wintergreen's okay. I'm
Okay,
gonna
and I
give you
just
one
do
drop
this?
And just rub it.
I'm going to be in heaven because I love wintergreen.
Yeah. And just rub
It
it.
smells so good.
And this
we
is
need
okay.
smell-o-vision.
Oh, you guys, yeah.
Plus, it's going to wake you up.
Yeah,
you know,
it just
people
goes
say if you
right
put even
up.
a couple drops of peppermint in your tea, if you're dragging keister, it'll help you like rejuve.
I
Wake
use
up.
peppermint in the morning when I start work.
Do you drink coffee?
I drink coffee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
because I'm like not giving up my coffee. I love my coffee. Okay, so let's go back to the pain, and we're going to go back to the left hip.
Okay, good,
Okay?
yeah.
So even though I still have this pain in my left hip,
Even though I still have this pain in my left hip,
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself
Okay,
anyway.
I gotta tell you what's going on in my head. Hip pain is usually a signature. Okay, stop that. They're laughing about what's going on in my head. Hip pain usually comes from a belief that there's no more joy. Okay, the hips are about moving forward in
Okay.
joy. Okay, so now that we've had all this connection of feeling, I can knock that out from way back then. Okay,
Beautiful.
so let's just aim the dentist and the clove and all
All
of that
together.
at the left hip. Okay, even though I have these old memories in my left hip,
Even though I have these old memories in my left hip,
and I might be afraid there's no joy,
and I might be afraid there's no joy,
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
And even though
And even though
I have this pain in my left hip,
I have this pain in my left hip,
these old memories,
these old memories,
these old painful memories.
these old painful memories.
Oh, whoa, okay, see, and that was
Yeah.
the dentist drill, okay? And I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself
And
anyway.
even though I have this old pain in my left hip,
Even though I have this old pain in my left hip,
from these old painful memories,
from these old painful memories,
and I choose to love and accept
and
myself.
I choose to love and accept
Go
myself.
to the eyebrow. All these old painful memories
All these old painful memories
in my left hip.
in my left hip.
Side of the eye, these old painful memories in
These
my left hip.
old painful memories in my left hip.
Under the eye, these old painful memories.
These old painful memories.
Under the nose. I don't feel safe to move forward.
I don't feel safe to move forward.
Chin, where's the joy?
Where's the joy?
Collarbone, this old pain in my left hip.
This old pain in my left hip.
Under the arm, this old pain in my left hip.
This old pain in my left hip.
Top of the head, this old pain,
This
painful thoughts
Old painful thoughts
in my left hip.
in my left hip.
Go back to the eyebrow. What if I let him go?
What if I let him go?
Side of the eye, you mean I can do that?
You mean I can do that?
Under the eye, what if I decide to let that go?
What if I decide to let that go?
Under the nose, what if my body's letting it go right now?
What if my body's letting it go right now?
Chin, by tapping this out of my energy system.
By tapping this out of my energy system.
Collarbone, it's safe to be me.
It's safe to be me.
See, that just popped up. Go
Uh-huh.
figure where that came from. Under the arm. It's safe to be me, pain-free.
It's safe to be me, pain-free.
Top of the head. It's safe to be pain-free.
It's safe to be pain-free.
Wow. Take a breath. Oh, man, I'm telling you what, we could have easily done an hour and a half on that. All right,
Oh,
let me
good.
go back to thanking my sponsors again. Logan Street Signs and Banners. It specializes in last-minute signage and banners. Their number 773-7200 with a 317 area code. You can find them at loganstreetsigns.com. And also Noblesville Trophies that offers a large range of products including trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. You can find them at 317-773-7391 and www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Okay, we're out of time for today. Come back for the next one. We're going to talk about pain again. Things are really heating up. We're getting busy. It's getting exciting.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, and I got wintergreen going on. So thank you again to Lisa for being here. On this, when you watch this show, it's going to give you all our info at the bottom. You can find
Yes.
her at, give them a quick
Okay.
one.
lstasiak45@gmail.com.
And you can find me at TAPNGRL.com. Call me at 717-TAPNGRL. Keep tapping, be persistent, and use it on everything. See you next time.
Bye.